The most difficult thing is to keep it simple. That's the hardest thing. Consistently. For even very long. And so that's why I like to speak about the simplest things, because they're the most important things. Because it's only when we have great focus, what the great Nisargadatta Maharaj used to call earnestness. When people would ask him, what's the most important thing in order to wake up? And he would say, earnestness. And you would understand, if you listen to what he was saying, that for him, earnestness did not mean an anxious rush towards the goal you think you're pursuing. That wasn't earnestness. He defined earnestness once when he described meeting his teacher. And he said, I met my teacher. My teacher told me that I was the ultimate reality. I took hold of that. I thought about, contemplated, meditated on that one thing day and night until I realized the truthfulness within it. That's earnestness. That's that one-pointedness. And that's very rare, isn't it? Very rare. We may start off there. You know, but then the next day comes. And then we have the mind comes up, the ego goes, well, you know, spirituality, it could solve all my problems too. Says the ego, I have lots of problems. I have lots of things I'm trying to solve. I would like to know how to choose a better job, how to find a soulmate, how to manifest all my desires and wants. I would like to know all sorts of things, the mind says. And before you know it, you're chasing all these other things and have forgot about the simplest thing. And that's just easy. It's just human to do that. It's very human to do that. Because most human beings do have lots of questions roaming around in their mind. Most human beings do have a lot of concerns rolling around in their consciousness. Most human beings have a lot of unresolved stuff wandering about in their psychology. All of which may need attention in some way. It may not. It may. But the power of one's spirituality is when it has focus. Spirituality is about spirit. Things unseen. It's right in the name, isn't it? Not things hoped for and wished for and all sorts of, religious myth-telling. Not that. That's a spiritual diversion. That's a diversion away from reality. But an attentiveness to what's true about you. Because that's the doorway into what's true about everything else. And as soon as you start to look, investigate, meditatively, Not sitting around just thinking necessarily, but meditatively investigate in quietness, with a certain inner steadiness, in a certain inner silence. An investigation which is predominantly dominated by watching, observing, taking it all in. Observing yourself.